we're hungry, aren't we, again?
Oh, jeez.
We're looking forward to something, I'll tell you. It's usually pretty good out here.
Start of the second term. Anakie with the 8 of the breeze in the second quarter. Wilson goes up. Hybens gets it down easily, though. Hutchinson can't take it with him. Pushed away from him. Gatt went without it with a blind turn. Berg came through. Muir picks it up. Gledhill puts a tackle on him. Umpire says over the shoulder. Dean Muir will take the free kick back into the centre square for the Hawks.
Bit lucky.
Sort of went down a little bit in the tackle there, didn't he? As
He
went
the
to
original
ground.
tackle was in the right spot.
Goes towards the middle. Meehan chopped off the ball, though. Does well, Phyllis. Goes short kick towards Berg at half forward. Does pretty well to get it away from Cations. Little Billy goes after it with Berg. Berg through there. And they see it over the line. At half forward for the Roos. Boundary throw in. The two 12s come over. Hybens and Wilson. Hybens in front. Wilson from behind gets it down. Smith can't take it with him. Phyllis runs through. Hybens gives it away. Cations went through his hands. And out of bounds now for a throw-in. Same spot, half forward. Right in front of our commentary position here on the western side of Anakie Reserve. Boundary umpire throws it in. Wilson, neither getting an effective tap. The ruckman goes over the back towards Muir. Oh, he gets this.
Too high.
That's too high. He gets the head Joel Selwood style and goes towards centre wing. Meehan gives him a lead. Oh, up early there was Kavanagh and Costello and give away the free kick to Meehan on centre wing for Inverleigh. So Casey Meehan, once he gets the footy back, Daniel Berg went to look like he was picking it up and called time off now, so Meehan can come behind the mark. Goes short, terrible kick. Oh, he might be lucky. Third in line was Billy Cations, waiting for it. Spins around at half forward, does okay. Mark should have been taken. Hybens does the roving work this time, gets the kick back towards the corridor. Which way is it going to bounce? Van Stebbing comes in, gets a hand to it, needs some support. Collins' handball was okay, but it didn't hit a target. Hutchinson comes around, left foot kick misses. Everything. And out, no, through just for a behind. So Inverleigh get the scoring going. And it is 4-7-31. Inverleigh, Anakie 4-5-29. 2.5 played second term.
I don't know if I was Bergie, I'd do that. If you've got the win, you want every valuable minute. Get it back to him. You want every valuable play minute you can get.
The ball kicked in short. And this is what they do, as I said before, at quarter time. They like to chip the ball around, wait for the opening to happen, and then they go. Rideau moves up and takes the bucket centre half back, goes out wide. Kenner, who's on the ground, has the ball in the half-back line, kicks towards the half-forward, went looking for Gatt, went over his head. Cheney's going back to collect it. He does the wise thing, taps it back towards the boundary line and out of bounds, and will be thrown back in by the umpire. Half-forward line for the Anakie side. Both ruckmen make contest here. Hyman's front position. Wilson does well, knocks it back towards the boundary line. Cations running towards the boundary line, sees it over. So again, same position, same thing. Both ruckmen there. Got the good separations they asked for. Ball thrown down. Hybens takes it out of the ruck. Went looking for Hamer. Didn't get it. Still working at ground level. Now he picks it up. Needs to get the ball out. Does so towards Cations. He goes back, collects it. Goes to Hutchison. On his left foot. Steadies himself. Usually a nice looking kick, but over the top. Collins can't take the mark. Sees it over the boundary line once again.
Yeah, but he did handball it.
Can't comment on something somebody hasn't heard on radio, Grubby. You got to tell people what you're talking about.
No one listens to me anyway.
So the ball kicked into the half, or so just after the wing, and it's picked up by Kenner again, or Kenner, and goes back to the half forward line over the top.
Oh, Falcon.
Smith read the flight of the ball pretty well there, I thought, but it was hands of Phyllis that knocked the ball into his head. So Phyllis now with the ball has a player inside he wants to go to. Berg just running short, goes further afield. Went looking for Smith over the top. Mark's been taken there by Ettridge. So Ettridge within scoring range. Left footer, right footer? Left footer, right footer.
I think he's a right footer.
Yeah, I think he's all right. You kick left now.
Doesn't matter. He's got the right position here because he's got the ball able to float back into the goal square. Hits the left-hand post. Ettridge has one so far in the game. Comes in. Stabs the ball. Nice looking kick.
Never in doubt.
And he's kicked his second, and now Anakie have the lead. They are 5-5-35. Inverleigh on 4-7-31. We have gone 4 minutes, nearly 5 minutes, second quarter, Common Hotel scoreboard.
A pretty good goal that. He's kicked it dead straight, but what really gives me the thing that he's on song a bit. He hasn't had a lot of possessions. He's kicked a lot of goals over the last few weeks, but not a lot of touches. And I thought he might have been just a forward, but he actually kicked that goal while playing in the midfield. I know he started up forward earlier today, but he's back in the midfield now, and he's worked his way forward. So that's what they've got to do. They've got to be able to kick him from out there, and they're doing that pretty well.
So back to the middle. Take the lead, the Roos, Hybens and Wilson. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Neither getting really a great tap down. Van stepping through the middle. Handball to Wilson. On the up. Gets it around to Ettridge. Last goal scorer towards half forward. No push there. Looked like half a push, but they work hard. Roosler gets it away to Hutchinson, to nobody in particular. Close to the boundary line. Cations comes across. Smith's there as well. And it's off hands. Corey Collins, Gussacini.
Well, I don't think I'd be running into Gussacini like that. Look at the shoulders and the arms on him. Geez, Corey, he's a bit big for you, mate.
So boundary throw in, terrible. Smith takes it out of the ruck contest.
Have it again.
Throw it up a bit higher, young man. He'll have another crack at it for Wilson and Hybens. It's better. Over the back, ball spills. Phyllis, high kick towards the goal square, 2-on-2, off hands, who's at the front, gets around.
He's done it again! He's done it again! Have a look at him go!
So Jade Ettridge kicks his third, 2 in a couple of minutes for him, and the 6 for Anakie. They go to 6-5-41, and they lead Inverleigh 4-7-31, and that is on the Commonafine Hotel second quarter scoreboard, 6.5 minutes played.
Well, he's going to have a rest now, but I tell you what, when I was playing footy, if your bloke who's your rover or your centreman kept getting down and getting in the way of the forwards, I used to be told to get the hell out of there. But I tell you what, when he can get in there and kick 2 in a minute, go wherever you want, son. He's resting down there now. And I tell you what, he's on fire and he's really confident. He's signalling the crowd. That's what you got to see. They're up and about, the Roos. They're up and about.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. End up with Hutchison from a handball from Muir. Goes into the half-forward line. This is where they're falling down. Going across. Here's Kenner. Just couldn't get hands on ball. It's going to be some good... Oh, high tackle there. Umpire's allowed it to go on. Not called. Now he's going to be pinged. He is.
Oh.
He's got the punts happening there.
Jeez.
I think it was Tommy Parsons that come through.
Oh.
He nearly had his nose ripped off his face, I reckon. But it's Casey Millian with the ball now. So Millian with the ball, just looking for options further afield. There's not much movement, so he goes short and will find Filet. So Filet, true centre-half back position. Now the short kick comes out. Grundle on a good lead and a good strong mark. First time he's done that for most of the day, had the ball presented to him in that fashion. So Dalton Grundle is going to kick from about 35 metres out, almost directly in front. And Inverleigh need to get this score on the board. A goal, we're talking. So he comes in. Kicks from 35. Goes across the face and through for a minor score. So 4 goals, 8 now to Inverleigh. 6 goals, 5 to Anakie. 8 minutes gone. Second quarter, Commonafine Hotel scoreboard.
Oh, the umpire was paying a free kick for holding the ball. The trainer was out there checking for concussion.
Ball kick in is good towards Kavanagh, who's taken it at half back, chips it back inboard to Costello, uncontested, called to play on now. Well, went right, then came back to left, goes to long towards centre wing. It's all Inverleigh though. They should be able to take the marcations at the back. Alex takes it, and we'll just settle the play down. Grobzanovsky across half back, but he might elect to go further up the field. Man's in the middle. He goes along the line, looking for Logue, 30 in line, can't take the mark. Off the front of the pack. Ball spills free. Anakie with the numbers. Coming across. Handball over the top to Gledhill in the middle. He handballs it back. Running past. They keep going. The Roos towards half forward. Rickett stands there. Can't take the mark. Needs some support. Archini comes the other way. Wrapped up. Loses the football in the tackle. Muir stood over the top of it and handballed it out to Billy Cations at half back. Chips the ball short to Grobzanovsky. Plays on quickly. Just kicks off a step. Goes towards half forward to nobody in particular. Logue has to fight for it. Collins is there as well. Off hands. There's the other Grobzanovsky. Gives it away to Logue. Under pressure at half forward. The umpire will come in and ball it up. A quick transfer of play by the Roos. They're in, and the Hawks. The Hawks get it back to half forward now. Ball up for Wilson Hybens. They get it to the side of the pack. Ball to Muir. Gets around. Kicks back towards the hot spot. Coming back. Oh, well, 2 Hawks players ran into each other. And luckily, as Lockie Perrott was coming back, Filet took the mark. And will shoot for goal from 38 directly in front and all then into the ground. So Violet comes in. 30 out. Missed it to the near side. 3 for 1 behind. So 1 behind to Inverleigh. 2 Violet. And they go to 4-9-33 Inverleigh. Anakie 6-5-41. 10 minutes gone. Second term.
So the short kick in is also effective. Mark's been taken. Another quick kick into the centre of the ground. And the mark has been taken there by Wisebrock. Handballs over the top to Parsons. Parsons out wide. Short kick Smith. Time to steady. Go on his left side. Kick into the half forward line. Good weighted kick there. Going back. Phyllis can't take the mark. Picked up by Cations. Handballs over the top. It was intercepted. Anakie with some numbers there now. And it's going to be Inverleigh through Roosler. Ends up in the hands of McHenry, who kicks back towards centre wing, but the only one standing there is Smith. Stands under the ball, takes the mark, all for a free kick.
Whatever you want.
Umpire calls
Must
it
have been a free.
Now.
Yeah, it was.
And he plays on, goes into the forward line. Phyllis can't take the mark, and it was a bit unlucky there.
What about it? What about
He was
Ettridge?
sitting there
Just
waiting,
lurking, wasn't he?
sitting there
Ettridge?
waiting, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad he paid the free, because if he had paid the mark, they wouldn't have been allowed to pay any advantage.
Ettridge just lurking in the forward line behind you guys.
Another one to him then. It would have brought the house.
He
Would have brought the koalas out of the trees.
He loves the goal.
From the forward pocket, ball thrown back in. Hyman's down there during the wuck work. Ball's picked up. He tries to get it away. Only as far as Ling. Needs to pick it up. Can't do so. Taken to ground. Now Cheney just kicks it off the ground. Running towards the forward pocket. Culliver's there. Also Smith. He's bundled over the boundary line. And again from one side to the other. Ball's going to be thrown back in. 4 goals, 9 Inverleigh. Anakie on 6 goals, 5. And
that's ridiculous, umpire. He just pushed him. It wasn't in the head. He pushed him back, and the umpire retaliator, unfortunately.
Ball kicked in, and Meehan's taking the ball just outside 50. Looking for some options. Comes around the boundary line. Looks like Michael Grozdanowski takes the ball now, goes long. Back towards centre wing. Kick not well directed. Parsons going to be the first one there. Although Dylan Brown bounced over his head. Hyman's kept the ball in play.
He did very well.
He did the Billy Sider slide step from last night and goes into the forward line. And Perrott can't take the mark at ground level. They need some numbers. Grozdanowski's there. Dan gets the ball out. No, he can't. Good tackle. Good pressure. Oh, high, said the umpire. So Dan Grozdanowski has the ball. Just outside their forward 50. As I said, not much movement further afield, so he's just going to kick towards the top of the square. Grundle's going to be the target. He's out. Good spoil from behind. Ball runs to the boundary line. Low. Gets there first. Can he keep it in the field of play? No, he can't. And it will be a throw in their forward pocket position. So 6 goals, 5 to Anakie. 4 goals, 9 Inverleigh. And we've gone nearly 13 minutes. Second quarter. Commonwealth Hotel scoreboard.
They've just got to keep their head here, Anakie. I think Inverleigh have just really lifted their work rate. They look like they're going harder at it. And if Anakie can keep them out and kick a couple of goals in the process, they're going to have a real good game on hands.
The boundary throw in, left forward pocket. Hawks into attack, northern end of the ground. Thrown in now. Grundle from the ruck contest. Meehan roved it pretty well. He was on the move there, but just got slung as he got the kick away. And through for 1 behind to him. So they go to 4-10-34 Inverleigh. Anakie 6-5-41. Short little kick in for the Roos. They stab it towards the middle. Dangerous kick. Off hands. Nobody can take an effective tap. Hamer's got it in the end. He's wrapped up, not going anywhere. And the umpire will come in and ball it up in the middle of the Anakie reserve. Just forward of centre for the Hawks. Big pack around the ball. Hybens gets it down, does well. Rove though, and then the ball was dropped by Wiesbrock. And still at centre half forward for the Hawks. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 12-5-77 East, though, leading Winch 3-3-21. There mustn't be that much of a bruise there. Ball up, Hybens gets it down. Cation's wrapped up by a couple, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in.
He'll ball it up, but I tell you what, don't worry about the commentary in a minute. I've just had an announcement. It's the number 1 ticket holder, Anakie, Audrey Tucker, 88 years old today. Happy birthday, Ord. We'll be in for the sponges later. You beauty.
The sponge will be in at half time. Don't
you
worry.
Beauty. Get on your Ord.
Perrott goes towards full forward with the kick for Inverleigh. They got the numbers across half forward. Handball came to Cations. He runs around. He can straighten up. 40 out. Right foot goal. Should have done a bit better, I think, in the end. And he has kicked it through for 1 behind. They go to 4-11-35 Inverleigh. Anakie 6-5-41. The president will take a call over there, and Dale will keep going.
So the ball on the half back line there, and it's been rushed over the boundary line. Again, a throw in. Now, there's been a high contact made here, but I'm not too sure if I saw that. Anyway, Jack Filer's going to be the recipient of the free kick, so Inverleigh with another chance to put the ball back into their forward line. Goes towards the centre half forward position. Leading out is Ryan Gerard over the top. Wilson just sitting in the hole, takes the mark. So it's Wilson now with the ball, looking sideways. Has a player out there, he'll use him. And it's going to be taken there by Felsner. Felsner further afield. Lead-up player is Ebel. He can't take the mark. Gee, I thought he landed awkwardly there. He was going to come up with a crook knee, but Cheney throws him to the ground. Picked up Kavanagh, handballs through the middle of the ground. Went looking for, found Ettridge, got the 1-2, and now he's steady. He's go back in, had a good look, and that's a nice kick. Able to find
Quickly.
So Rickett now with the ball, decides to go long. Kick comes off the side of the boot. Going to favour Ling, gets over the top. No, he doesn't. Just able to get the hands of the ball. File it, couldn't take it. Ends up with Van Wedding, who couldn't pick the ball up. It ended up with Hamer. Hamer goes back to Cations. Cations over the top. It's Alex to Billy, and Billy now from the half-back line. Has a chance to run. Takes his first bounce. Takes his second bounce. Looks inside. Went over the top of Muir. Went towards Gerard, and coming up Luke Wilson. Easy mark. He goes on with it. Panballs goes to Ettridge. Stops and turns. Goes round his right foot. Went back to Rickett.
Good kick.
Nice weighted kick. Good call, Grubby. And Rickett again. Nearly a similar position to he was 2 or 3 seconds ago. Has the ball. And is looking for options further afield. Decides to load up. Goes to the full forward. 2-on-1. Cations in front.
See, that's not what they did in the first quarter, Smithy.
They did. Exactly the same thing. Need to be more patient with the ball. Ball goes to Cations. He goes out wide. Alex went to Filet. He took that a little bit easy. Didn't pick the ball up in the end, but it went back to Grozdanovsky. Mick. Filet has the ball. Goes back to the goal square. 2 players back there. Ling, Cations. Cations has it. Comes out wide. Will find Hutchison. Need movement further afield. Has someone in McHenry. That's where the kick goes. Can he be marking the ball? No, it can't. Front of the contest. Archuni can't pick it up. Good solid hit there. And
he's knocked him out.
No,
he's out.
He's tough as nails. He'll get up. Don't worry. Ends up with Costello. Goes back into the full forward. Rideau in front. Good spoil from behind by Cations. Ground level. Smith taken off the ball. Didn't have it. Ends up with Cations. Again, Billy. Alex to Billy. Back to Hutchison. Hutchison now steadies. Goes towards centre wing. Mark required. Logue up in front. Can't take it. Billy Cations roves the ball well. Gets it onto his boot. Feeds it further afield. Wisebrook coming the other way. He's tackled. Brought down. Umpire's got to take possession. And he calls it. 17 minutes gone for the second quarter. 6 goals, 5. Anakie, Inverleigh on 4 goals, 11. Commonwealth Hotel scoreboard.
He did get up, Gussie, but I tell you what, he's gone off the ground. Legitimate contest for the footy, by the way.
Wilson, big tap down. Hamer, also McAuliffe gets it across there. Left foot kick into the 50. They've got the numbers there, though, the Hawks. 2 on 1.
Got a spare man down there.
Yeah, it's playing kick to kick at the moment. He kicks it out wide towards Perrott. Has to make up a bit of ground across half back. Does it sit for him? Yes, handball over the top. Just gets there. Bit of time now. Grozdanovsky off a step. Terrible kick. Is it? Oh, Muir does well.
Oh, he could have cleaned him up.
Yeah, he could have too. And takes the mark. Dean Muir does well. Right centre wing. Goes with a kick towards half forward. Couple of leads coming out. Grundle's one of them. And Felsner happy to see it over the line. Does it get there? Hybens can't keep it in. Boundary throw in. Right half forward. Hawks into attack.
They are falling for this trap again. They've just proven you can kick goals from out here. Lead out here. Don't just bomb it because they've got the extra man.
So throw in. Hybens gets it down. Side of the pack. Roos can switch the play. Oh, dangerous though now. Oh, terrible. Grundle standing in the goal square kicks the goal. So the ball was going to come across the face of goal to Smith and never got near him. And Grundle kicks the goal. So bad turnover from the Roos. And Inverleigh kicked their 5th. 11:41. And they tied things up. Anakie 6-5-41. Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard. 19 minutes played.
Look, I know that's their game plan, Anakie. They like to chip and muck around with it sometimes. But in windy conditions, especially when you've got the wind, the long kick should come from the back line, not the long kicks from the middle to the goal line when you're outnumbered. So, bad mistake. It comes off, doesn't come off. And unfortunately, they've let the Hawks in.
So back with the umpires, middle of the ground. Both ruckmen have been at it all day and they'll continue to do so. Wilson this time over the top, went to McAuliffe. McAuliffe able to get a little tap along the ground. Went towards Kavanagh and Cases. Oh, good trap, Kavanagh. Kicks into the half-forward line. Smith leads in the race for the ball. They've decided to place a man down there on Cations. Cations just manhandles his opponent, throws him over the boundary line, goes across the face of goal, looking for Hamer. It's well-flighted kick. He's able to go back and collect it. Has time now. Steps. Goes back on his right side round the boundary line. Went looking for and tries to find Perrott. But some hard work there from... I'm not too sure there's now there. What number was it? 44?
Yep.
Well, it's definitely not Spotty McAuliffe because that's what he was listed as. Hang on, let me go to my sheets here.
Jai Kenner.
No, it's Walmsley.
No.
Connors Walmsley.
Walmsley, that's right.
That's the one. We knew we were missing someone.
There he is.
We did get an updated list from Dave Walmsley, so we better call his young bloke's right name. So the ball thrown back in by the umpire. And it's going to be a ball up in the half-forward position. So Anakie with another chance. As I said, only 20 minutes going. We've probably got 16 minutes to go if we went by the first quarter.
Only halfway through the quarter.
Yeah. So the ball tapped down there and ends up in the hand there of Hamer, who goes into the half-forward line looking for Casey Meehan. Meehan just traps the ball. It actually hit his hand and bounced up to Logue. Logue went over the top, went looking for Perrott. Can't trap it. Good work, Corey Collins. Sees the ball over the boundary line. And it will be thrown back in. So scores are tied at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. Common Feen Hotel scoreboard.
I'll tell you what, Grub, you picked the right one looking at the other scores here.
Well, the funny thing was, I was just about to say, I think this is the one I've picked, but I'm not going to go too early.
No, I think you're right. It's okay. Boundary throw in. Hybens gets it down. And through the middle, the Hawks get it, and they go quickly. Kick by Cations across half forward. Getting across there, Robbins. Handball back to Gerard. Gets around on the left. Goes towards the pocket. Searching kick, and it's okay too. Just popped it out there, and the wind brought it back for Grozdanovsky to take the mark in the left forward pocket. In fact, it's Filet. So Filet's got it, and will shoot for goal from... He's only going to be 20 metres out. He's right in the pocket, but the wind...
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I'm going to back him. I reckon he's going to kick it. Comes in.
He kicked it all right.
He kicked it. I told you he was going to kick it. He kicked it. He kicked it for a behind. So they go to 5-12-42, the Hawks. Lead Anakie 6-5-41. Common Feen Hotels second quarter scoreboard 21 and a half played.
So a change of direction now. Long kick straight down the middle of the ground. Good contest there. Ball's gone back. Picks up there by Logue. On his left foot, a little chip. Went out wide looking for Perrott. Went back. Eyes only for the ball. Picked up by Dylan Brown. Went back to Perrott. Perrott goes back towards centre half forward. Filet's there and he's taken the mark. I think he called Casey Meehan out of the contest there. Hand goes off to Gerard. Steps around one. He's going to do it twice. Billy Slater. Oh, he couldn't do the third thing and kick. But he found Perrott. But I think it's going to be...
Second grab was over the line, wasn't it?
I think the umpire's going to allow it. Oh, no, the umpire's called it. I thought I was looking for the goal. Umpire didn't see the boundary, so it's out of bounds on the full.
Second ground... Well, on the full.
On the full.
Oh, it must have been right over. He took a second grab over it.
It's a long way from here to there, Grub, I can tell you that. So Corey Collins from beside the behind post goes out long, looking for Wilson. He's up in front, doesn't mark it, but at ground level picks it up again. Costello went sideways with the ball, went outside. Phyllis goes back inside, and it's Ettridge who kicks along the boundary line, looking for Smith. 2-on-1 situation. Great kick, and it's Rickard. Rickett that's out there. Takes the mark, and he goes quickly. Kicks over the top, looking for Walmsley. Running back the flight of the ball. Traps it. Needs to feed off. Oh, taken high. The umpire's called it.
He's got him.
And it's young Walmsley now in the forward pocket. Has a player in the goal square. Rushed.
He hasn't. He's had blown time off and was lining him up. He's got to go back for his kick.
Lucky.
Very lucky.
Straight into Robin McHenry's chest there at the van on the mark. We've seen that once or twice during the course of the season. Walmsley now plays on and goes quickly. Too quick. And it's gone out of bounds on the full in the forward pocket.
How do you kick it out in the full from there?
Quickly.
When you half try and kick it straight, half try and kick it around the corner.
Yeah.
And he just sort of kicked it nowhere.
So waiting for the ball to come back in. It's going to be Alex Cousins, resulting free kick.
12-6-78 East, lead Winch 5-4. Werribee 9-11, lead Thompson 1-6. 10-7 North, Belmont 1-4. 5-6 West, Corio 4-6, Bannockburn 4-1, Bellpost 11-4.
So what's the other close game? Western Corio.
Western Corio.
Yep.
We nearly went there, didn't we?
We were thinking about it. So the ball's chipped in over the top, and Brackley has the ball in the back pocket. Haven't called his too much today, but he now kicks round the boundary line. Kick wasn't good. Nearly hit McHenry on the chest. Ends up in the hands of Costello, who goes forward. It might have been Rickett. No, it's not. And the ball ends up with Kavanagh just outside the forward 50. A little chip over the top. Is it going to be good? Well, it was nearly was.
Got one round the neck.
Has been taken high, and the resulting free kick goes to that player. So Paul Rideau.
Rideau's choice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Rideau.
So from about 30 metres out.
And he's been pretty good today too.
Yeah, been good. Lead-up player. Chance to put Anakie back in front. He'll kick from about 35 as he gone one of those big long run-ups. So he looks at goal. Nice looking kick off the boot.
Oh, I think he's got it.
Says it's okay. That's his first goal of the afternoon. Now the 7th for Anakie. 7-5-47. Inverleigh 5, 12, and they are now ticking towards 25 minutes, second quarter, Commonwealth Hotel scoreboard.
Yeah, well, I tell you, like, Anakie really went hard at it in the first quarter, but I think Inverleigh really knew they had to in this quarter, and they're doing that. And as a result, we had about 8, 9 best players for Anakie in that first quarter. There's probably only 4 or 5 that have stood up since then, and there's a few coming through for Inverleigh. So they're back on song, Inverleigh, but a great goal, Anakie. And I hope this game goes all the way, because then, yep, I picked it. But if someone picked, you know the rules, Chase.
I know, it's somebody else's fault.
Yep, you, not someone else, you. If
My
they
fault.
kick 10 goals in the third quarter, it's you.
So McAuliffe will take the free kick.
Oh, that's 50. No.
I think it was.
Oh, so do I. Knocked the ball out of his hand.
And McAuliffe from the middle with the free kick goes to Redout's choice again. Takes the mark. Redout, middle of the ground, goes the long kick off the side of the towards Rickett. It goes up, gets a hand to it, needs some help. Handball came back to Berg off a standing start.
Tell you what!
Kicks the goal into the tree, Daniel Berg. Puts his first on the board this afternoon, and 2 and 30 seconds for the Roos. They're 8-5-53. They lead Inverleigh 5-12-42. Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard, 26 played.
That's a funny game, isn't it? They seem to go to sleep, Anakie, a little bit up forward and wander around, and all of a sudden they kick them in pairs. So I think the best thing they can do now is kick another couple in pairs and give themselves a decent lead at half time. Something that I don't think many people would have thought would happen, including you two.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks very much,
Did we say anything? Did we say anything?
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Players go up at it again. This time it's tapped down. Hybens went to Hutchison. Clearance needs to be picked up, and Brackley's working hard. Fed it out towards Hutchison again. Now it's Cation who runs onto it. Couldn't take clean possession. And it's Berg for Anakie, who comes out. He put some pressure on. Muir went back and collected the ball. Got out of the contest very nicely. Kicked into the half-forward line, but had too much weight in the ball. And over the top, Parsons takes the mark. Parsons to Costello. Went backwards into Kenner, and he goes sideways, missed his target in Wisebrook. He's able to go back and pick it up and has a running play with him, Costello.
Just get it out of there, will you?
They're going to do it now, and it's going to be Kenner who runs from the half-back line. And usually a nice kick of the football. It didn't hit the ball too well, and it's going to be Filet who comes out. No, it's not. It's Robbie Logue who's taken the mark. He chips the ball back inside and finds Brackley. Brackley back on his left side. Kicks Harwood, kicks short, and finds Muir. So now this is the next kick. This is the important one. Get it inside 50 with a nice kick. Leading options. There's not too many of them at the present time. Dalton Grundle goes to the pocket. That's where the ball goes. He's up. Ball hits the contest. Comes down at ground level. Picked up by Dylan Brown. Went back to Gerard. Gerard along the ground. And he has kicked the goal.
Got it.
Rusty Gerard. Goal. 6 goals, 12 Inverleigh. Anakie on 8 goals, 5, and we have gone 28 minutes, second quarter, Commonwealth Hotel scoreboard.
Well, that's some of the biased commentary I've ever heard in my life. You've still got things for Inverleigh because you put them. You know what the caller's curse is? You put the Moz on someone of the beautiful kick, and he kicks it to the opposition. You did that on purpose.
And how have I done that?
You did that on purpose. Unbelievable. I reckon it's come off, and Inverleigh have kicked a beautiful goal, but it was a beautiful goal. He's dribbled it.
Obviously still hasn't got his last payments.
Yeah, he's still looking for the last $7 grand or something. Yeah.
Back in the middle, Hybens gets it down. Handball came towards Cations, missed the target though. Ettridge to run onto it, does well. Handball, outboard. Kavanagh goes with the right foot kick towards the pocket. In fact, it was Gledhill who got it. Now it's Ettridge in the pocket. Gets a kick back towards the corridor. Gledhill has to stand there.
I tell you what, that's a good
brothers.
Remember
they
before,
are brothers, aren't they? Like the Kelly brothers.
Well, remember before when we was lining up, you said you blokes, is he a left footer or a right footer? Well, that was his
Doesn't
left
matter.
foot.
That's
that
right.
was his left foot. Good boy.
So Dan Gledhill will shoot for goal from 40 out. Slide angle. And wonder if he gives the Ettridge celebration if he kicks the goal. Just runs with the beards. He comes in. 40 out, slide angle, just pops it up and doesn't kick through the footy.
It's drifted.
And has drifted away for one behind. So 8-6-54 Anakie, they lead Inverleigh 6-12-48. And that's on the Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard. 29 minutes played.
Ooh, Ling went in with a dangerous kick. He's able to find Cations, who came out of the contest pretty well there. Goes back to the back pocket and we'll find Robbins. So Robbins now, true back pocket position. Has a little chip along the boundary line, and we'll find Cations. Don't know whether that will travel the required distance, but the umpire says it has. So he now has to find a target. He's going to come further along the boundary line. The handball goes over the top towards Robbins. Now he goes on the left foot, kicks along the boundary line, and the siren sounds to end the second quarter here. which will see Anakie go in at 8:6.54. They lead Inverleigh on 6 goals, 12.48.
Goal kickers, Dale, at half time.
Yes, we have 3 to Jaden Ettridge and 1 each to Gatt, Culliver, Rideau, Rickett,